Storm.
So guys, here we got this drifty boy right here, proud owner, Caleb. How's it going, bro?
Pretty good.
Awesome. Do you want to tell us a little bit about your build?
Sure, this is my 1991 BRG Miata. I bought it from my friend for $3,000, maybe, I don't know, 5-6 years ago.
Nice.
And it was mostly stock. I convinced, he bought it stock. I went with him to buy it all those years ago, and he sold it to me. He put yonaka coilovers on it, had some nice FFDs, and you know, a few track pads, stuff like that. I took it, had a few crashes, I drifted it, I tracked it, had a few bumps and bangs, and then I had this turbo kit. I used to have an old drift Miata, and I got frustrated because cops around here are really bad, so I couldn't drive and tune it and like get to feel it out. And so every time I go to the track, there's a problem with the turbo kit. It's all eBay stuff, it's all budget, so I'm working through all these kinks. So I kept that turbo kit, sold that car, crashed all my other drift cars, and ended up back at this thing, which was my daily kind of thing.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be a show car. And then I did the flares, I made it look nice. I had a matching set of those kind of compmotives on it. And I threw angle on it. I took what I learned from my first drift car and applied it to this drift car Miata. So up front, we've got cut knuckles, extended ball joints, I've got S13 brake hoses, and I got tie rod or rack spacers. And so I used to have cut knuckles before. The addition of rack spacers with cut knuckles is a stupid angle. These are 205s, which is a bit fat for this kind of drift build.
And it's also extremely low.
It is very, very low. And so they touch the control arms, a little bit of clearance them. They still kiss a little bit. I was actually doing the back layout, and I was going so fast that it was burning rubber off of the front.
Holy.
But so everything's good there. It's 15x7 up front, negative 15, so 15 mil hub-centric spacer. I got extended studs. I used to run these square, 15x90, so it's 15x9, negative 15 in the front, but that was grinding the shit out of the control arm.
Yeah.
The engine, this is the second one. It's kind of a long story, I'll skip over it, but basically I put this engine in it, and it was good, but it would always get shitty when it was hot, and it had lifter noises, so I bought all new lifters for it. Game changer. That's what I'm telling you guys. Don't rebuild your lifters, just buy new ones.
Yeah. Totally
not worth rebuilding. It's stupid. You can't rebuild something that's broken.
100%.
Anyways, this car has been running like a top, good compression. I'm running this big, fat, oversized T3 turbo. I got the manifold and everything. It came with everything from a buddy. Then the turbo blew, the wastegate failed. I blew a Max Speeding Rods turbo, it was brand new. And so I got this one from Mopac, Performance World Turbo, Performance World Wastegate. They've been really good. Little finicky, but really good. I'm running a Speeduino Speedy EFI kit. There's some guys based in Washington for the ECU. You just hook up a map hose right here and it plugs in and you're good to go. You got a BMW TPS, GM intake air temp sensor right there, and a few other bits and bobs it comes with. It's a whole mishmash of parts. I've got a Mercedes C230 intercooler from a W202, obviously yonaka radiator. This is made out of steel, and that's a Subaru oil pickup tube I welded on there for the idle air control valve. Subaru 565 blue injectors out of a 2014 STI. Catch can is literally a brake fluid can. This is off my Grand Cherokee right here.
That's crazy.
And then the rest, this is off a VR6. It's a total bastard child.
Yeah.
My stock washer bottle didn't fit, so this is off my old 240SX because I want to maintain that, but I also want this sexy ass strut bar. Just like this is a security camera sign with heat tape. It's just budget.
Love it, man.
Probably like crashes. I've gone through diffs. I'm on my third diff now. I finally upgraded, so I got a full NB subframe in this, full poly in the back with a 1.84:1 ratio diff, welded, and that helped a lot compared to the 4.3. That's really made this car a little bit more capable.
Yeah.
And just push that gearing a little bit further.
And now I'm curious, is this car also your daily?
No. So I do drive this on the street. I live in South Vancouver.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So
cops out there are crazy.
Chilled out a little bit.
Yeah.
I've actually, here, we'll come around back. I'll show you the exhaust setup. So right now it's super janky because of the subframe swap.
And you also got the carbon.
So yeah, we'll switch to this tangent real quick. I saw this for sale for $200. It was scratch and dent, no clear coat or anything, real carbon.
Yeah.
And dude got chatting. He was a Miata guy. And he's like, "Oh, you're a cool guy. Give it to you $140." So I had to do some repairs to the cracks. You can still see some of them, but the rain helps hide it.
Yeah.
I had to cover some body filler here with this little black strip.
Okay.
And I just spray painted with 2K clear coat. This is an E39 BMW taillight, and there's an LED strip in there from the actual running lights of the taillight on the E39.
That's insane,
But now the
dude.
exhaust. So I've got this big suitcase muffler. You can see it's blown up like a balloon from the Pops and Bangs tune.
Yeah.
And but I've actually got a dump right there. So you take off, I've got a flange made out of a VR6 downpipe, and I've got a little cover I put on there, and I just bolt it on. It's janky, but it was free.
That's insane.
And so that's why it's so loud, but you put that on, it's whisper quiet, this
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
But it is very restrictive, unfortunately.
That's insane, man.
The flares are Autoconexion flares. They've been discontinued. I see why, because they fit terribly. It took me a lot of bodywork. It's my first big bodywork project, but
Yeah.
I silicone them on there to kind of get that nice gap, because the gaskets, the like rubber strips are too thick that you get.
Yeah.
Just shitty hardware, but I did a lot of work to get these to smooth out and fit nicely, and they came together pretty nice.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah,
That's
what
crazy.
Else, what else do you want? You want an interior?
Yeah,
I mean,
let's take a look at the interior, bro.
Yeah. So
Oh, so yeah, you got the British Racing Green with the tan.
yeah, so I was pretty lucky. It's nice. Unfortunately, you can see the dash is like coming apart here, and it's like this sticky, goopy mess.
Yeah.
Because it's like a soft touch BRG dash. So I got
Yeah.
the carpet. My buddy actually bought that.
That's crazy.
The Kirky seat, I traded Johnny for some Ford Escort GT valve covers, and he traded
crazy.
me this seat.
Yeah, see, I bought his Cobra racing seat.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
The yellow one?
Yeah. No. I got the black one, but
nice.
I asked him about the yellow one, but I don't know if he wants to sell it yet. So,
But yeah,
But
pretty
no,
much
that's crazy.
Just got this turkey. You got to be a real skinny guy to fit in this thing. Right
Yeah.
now, my harness bar is too far forward. The guy who made my roll bar is a bit of a twit.
yeah.
So I'm going to cut it off and relocate it to the strut tower so I can move
Sounds
both
good.
these seats back.
And you also got a what are they called? E-brake.
Yeah, so that's a $45 Amazon Hydro. I like them because they're steel and you can modify them, and it's
Yeah.
$45. I'm gonna make a longer handle. I'm gonna reinforce the base, but I bought a Willwood cylinder, and then I spent that's a .625 or a 5/8 cylinder.
Yeah.
And then I spent the big bucks and spent $250 and got the Destroyer die lines because I didn't want to fuck around with it. I just wanted it done.
Of
Sorry,
course.
pardon my French. I just want it done quickly and easily, and it was great. Plug and play, no BS, done. Other than that, I made the custom door panels. That was the same friend gave me that. They gave me the fender flares.
Yeah.
And then I got my cute little Nardi wheel here that I got,
Beautiful.
and a little Checkpoint Japan horn and quick release. Yeah, pretty simple. Nothing crazy inside. It's got an eBay clutch. It's actually a 1.8 Clutch Max clutch, but then the pressure plate is so heavy that it blows out the stock hydraulics. So it's got a
Crazy.
stock 1.8 pressure plate with a 6-putt clutch and light flywheel.
That's insane.
Yeah, so it's definitely a bastard child. I don't know if I mentioned, but stock engine, everything's
Yeah.
stock. The only I got the valve cover mod, so you all of these breather ports inside of here have been hogged out.
Yeah.
And on my old one, I used to push the dipstick out. No issues with that at all now.
Perfect. And how much PSI are you pushing?
I'm running about 13 pounds right now.
Okay.
The ECU, because it was a cheaper one, it doesn't tune great, and so it has some starting issues as well as some breaking up problems, which I don't think should be an issue at my boost level with the stock ignition.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I played around with plugs. I might do it a little bit more, but
For
all
sure.
in all, it's just a really cheap build, and the car works really well right now.
That's awesome.
Every time I
man.
put a heat blanket on it, it blows apart. So I just run it without a hood,
Yeah.
and it does great. Honestly, I'm super, super happy with this car. It's really
Are you
fun.
ever kind of sketched out when driving because you don't? I see that you don't have a cover for the.
I'm more afraid of shit. I used to run a screen on this turbo or nothing at all. So
Yeah.
yeah, I guess, but I don't know. Yeah, I guess without a hood, I never really thought about it. But
Yeah,
it's
because
a bit
that's
sketchy.
I had the issue with mine. That's why I blew mine. Is because apparently a rock chipped up
Oh,
and it got
really?
caught in between.
Well,
blew
I
it,
need to
so.
put the skid plate back on this thing.
Yeah.
It's missing the belly pan. There's a lot of stuff I got to do, but
Yeah, for sure.
honestly, the car's been working so well. It's been flawless. My first event, really. I've done some tandems, but it's hard. The turbo legs, so in the dry, anytime I fall out of boost and I'm doing a tandem,
Yeah.
it just grips up because it's a Miata,
Yeah.
right?
Well, out
So-
of some of the clips that we got, I'll show you guys in the video. But Caleb did pretty fucking awesome. And
Yeah,
you
today
guys
in the
will-
rain. It's been a while since I drifted in the rain, but I gotta say I'm proud of myself. I
Yeah,
did pretty well.
no,
I got some
nucks for that,
thanks,
bro.
man. Thanks. No, I got
Nucks for
some
that.
good GoPro footage. Maybe I'll send some to you.
Yeah,
if you
for
want
sure.
it.
Well, yeah, let's cut to that. thank you for being a part of the channel. I just got a few questions for you before we end this video. First question being, what got you into cars?
I have always been into cars. I think like from the time I was old enough to play with toys, I was playing with cars. My grandpa and my uncle on my mom's side have been both been big car guys. My grandpa's owned car lots. He's had thousands of cars. My uncle's always had a Mustang. He's always had some sort of muscle car or something. And then I just kind of took it to the next level. I became a mechanic as soon as I could. I've just always been into cars. It started with muscle cars, and then the older I got, the more I realized how unrealistic muscle cars are in a lot of ways. And I transitioned from a lot of different cars, and it took me a while before I ended up in drifting. But probably in the last 5-6 years, I bought a Miata a while back, and then it just kind of snowballed from there. And I've had 25 cars in the last 10 years, and now drifting is my thing. And it's really the greatest escape there is. It's the greatest thrill. It's the greatest risk to reward. Just everything about it is awesome. I can't really compare it to any other motorsports.
For sure. Second question would be, within the next 5 years, what would you like to see a change in the car community?
I think I'm already seeing changes that I'm happy with. I can't really say, here in Canada, things are a lot different. Down in the States, obviously, there's a lot going on, but I think that's a whole, I don't know. I don't want to say that's car community. That's just a lot of shit going wrong over there. But I just want to make sure that people are still sharing the love like there is in the drift community. I mean, everybody here at this track at Mission, we all come together and we all help each other out. Always. There's always friendly, just like you coming up to me and all these other guys. We're here to chat. We love to talk about our builds, and I want to see more of that. I want to see people helping others, giving them the information. I'm so sick of, the internet right now is a plague. It's a scourge. It's dragging us all down because you go on there and you just see people saying, oh, your car's slow, it's this, it's that. Shut the hell up, man.
Yeah.
My car makes maybe 200 horsepower.
Yeah.
You know how fun this thing is?
Oh, 100%.
Who cares that it makes 200 horsepower? Who cares that it's slow? I've had ample opportunities to buy a C63 or an S4 and put a tune on it, a smaller, fully make power, better, fast car. But I've always stuck with shit boxes that I can just beat on, you can thrash on, you can make them your own, you can make them unique. And I want to see more of that. I want to see more old cars being saved. I want to see that effort put in. I want to see people like myself who change transmissions at the track, who hobble their car home and fix it on the side of the road,
Yeah.
There's too much, I don't know.
It's too much play.
Car guys. I don't want to call them wannabes because there's lots of different, to each their own, but that's at least for me. I think we need to see more hard work in car guys.
100%. And last question, if you had one message for anybody getting into cars or anybody that's in the car community, what would it be?
I guess it's really just don't be discouraged, because it's easy, you get into it, oh, how am I going to change that? How am I going to fix this? Or I crashed, it's over. And it really, that first time, I think some people are lucky and they don't crash, but I think for most of us, particularly in drifting, you're going to push yourself to that limit and you're going to end up crashing.
Yeah.
And it's a big ticket thing. You might not be able to fix your car, and you may just have to just eat that $6,000 or whatever it is, right? And I think, that's the best thing. The best advice I can give is reach out for help. Don't be discouraged, and share the love. Reciprocate the help that's been given to you, and just, spread the love in the car community. Encourage everybody around you, and I think the car community is already there. I think it really is one of the best, what would you call it? I guess just sports, hobbies, the best group of people out there. Community,
that's what it's about.
Any sports, any type of, whether it be video games or whether it be actual physical sports or whatever it is, whatever you're into, whatever hobby you have. I think cars are one of the best, particularly drifting, I know there's a lot of hot-headed drag racers out there, and track racing can get a little bit gentrified, I guess. People trying to show you up in their Porsche, but you can come here and you'll see somebody with a $100,000 drift build, and he'll say, hey man, I see you're a good driver, let's tandem, and he's tandeming with me in my $10,000 Miata.
Yeah, 100%. Well, Caleb, I really appreciate the time.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for taking
the video,
nice, man. It was cool. I'm
nice
excited to see it.
And guys, of course, this is the video of Caleb's Miata. So we'll catch you in the next one. All right.